Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Okay, I think the pick here is Ambuscade over the Hour of Revelation. This is a board wipe, but it's expensive, and board wipes have, I don't know, this one in particular, it's so hard to cast, and you don't really get the 3 less to cast ability. It doesn't come up all that much. I don't know, it's not a particularly good board wipe from in my experience. But Ambuscade is a very good one, so we're going to take it over Puncturing Blow and River Hoopo. I still feel like I've got that. Hoopu. I don't know why. It's because that's not how Hoopu spelled in my mind. I have no idea why that would be pronounced Hoopu. It makes 0 sense to me. Alright, let's take the Ambuscade. Follow-up pick. Well, in green we have a Frilled Sandwalla. There's also Ketra's Avenger. In white, I think Burning Fist Minotaur is probably just the best card in here by quite a bit. This card is insane, so we'll take it over Sinuous Striker as well. The first strike for 2 mana, 2 mana, 2 power, first strike, relevant ability. This card is phenomenal, so we'll take it. Follow-up pick now. Well, we can take another Ambuscade, I suppose, over Puncturing Blow yet again. That seems fine. Ambuscade is very good, so no problems there. And nothing else insane in here. I like the Magmaroth for certain decks, and a Cursed Horde is obviously good for zombies, but we'll go Ambuscade number 2 here. Alright, so now we have Hope Tinder, which ramps. We have the Manticore Eternal, which is good. It's a good beater. And we have Gift of Strength. So Afflict 3, I mean, has to attack each turn, but 5 mana, 5 power, Afflict 3. I still feel like we'd probably take the Hope Tinder, although it's mostly because it's a bear that also ramps, which I do like. Oh, never mind. We have this Mirage Mirror. We probably just take this. This seems like a really good rare. Just copy your opponent's stuff, or your stuff even. I mean, you have to pay mana for it, but it seems like the right card here, actually. So we'll take it over Hope Tinder and Manticore and the Desert. So now we have a desert we can take, or that's about it. So we'll take the green desert and over Endless Sands. Pretty unexciting rare for the most part, and Survivor's Encampment. Vizier of the Anointed in here, which is actually pretty good, but oh, why are we taking, I guess we're currently more likely to play green just because we have one more card, so we'll take this one over the red desert. Okay, another crack at Manticore Eternal. This time we will take it. So we're taking it over Granitic Titan and Chandra's Defeat. I mean, the fact that this has cycling is good, but you pay 1 less mana for this. It has Afflict 3. It doesn't have Menace, and it has to attack each turn of Fable, but I think the efficiency on this is what makes it so great. Plus, like, you attack with it, they double block, you ambuscade something, they get afflicted, you kill whatever the other blocker is. Seems like it'll be really good with ambuscade. Okay, so now we could take the Granitic Titan, but I think we're going to take the Desert because finding expensive things should be easy enough, and getting another land that cycles seems good to me. So nothing really on color here, but nothing really strong anyway. I don't really care about any of these cards. I think we'll just cut the red card, although it seems pretty unlikely we would play it. Okay, yet another crack at the desert, so we'll take the red desert here. I mean, we're getting a lot of deserts, but no real desert payoffs yet. Alright, not a ton of blue or green or red in here, unfortunately. Aven is pretty good. I don't know what color I'd swap out of for it yet. I think I'm just going to take the Kindled Fury and hope that we still can find what we're looking for later. Alright, so Magmaroth, I guess, technically does work with some of what we've got. Otherwise, Firebrand Archer also does too, a little bit more cheaply. But I think we'll take the Magmaroth. There's a good chance we end up with enough. I mean, this is still pretty efficient. Alright, all the deserts. So yeah, it seemed like green was getting cut pretty hard. We basically saw 2 ambuscades and then just completely dried up, so I don't know what other color we're going to hop into yet, but we'll figure it out. Could be that we could pick up our green out of pack 2 as well, and then just go back to red in pack 3. I'm fine with that plan as well. I mean, 2 ambuscades are pretty important for our deck right now, seeing as they are our only removal spells. Well, second to last pick, Granitic Titan is kind of a gift since we can totally play that card too. And it's good with Mirage Mirror. Alright, we'll take a land and we'll see what comes of pack 2 here. Ooh, Hour of Devastation is very good. Not sure if it's worth anything. I guess we could check that out. I imagine it is. 2 tickets, but it's also just a great card. So we're taking it over Sidewinder, Naga, Bitterbow, Sharpshooter, Scrapper, Titan. Bunch of playable stuff, but we'll take the awesome board wipe. Ooh, another Burning Fist Minotaur. I think we're just going to slam that and take it over Devotee, Blur of Blades, Scrapper, Ritualist, Hippo. A bunch of cards that we would definitely play, but Minotaur is just phenomenal. So here we can take the Sharpshooter in green, but we probably just want the Scrapper over the Devastator as well. Yeah. Very good. Another Scrapper or a Ritualist or a Granitic Titan. We'll take the Scrapper again. Borderline mono red at this point, but still no removal spells. Probably don't want to crash through. I mean, it occurs to me that Mirage Mirror is exceptionally good with Exert, because let's say we copy a Scrapper, we Exert when we attack, it turns into a 4/3, it doesn't untap, but then on our opponent's turn it just becomes Mirage Mirror again, so it loses the Exert. So it's actually just really good. We can take the Sharpshooter now. It's another 5-drop, I guess, but it's probably better than Thorn Moloch for us. Otherwise, I could dip into white and just assume that we're going to end up a Boros deck, because green has been so dry. I could probably do that. We did see white in pack 1. Sharpshooters are replaceable anyway. Like I said, I want to make the Ambuscades work, but we just have not seen any green. Could take the Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs because we have all these deserts, so it's pretty much always going to be online, which is pretty reasonable, but we look a little bit more like a beatdown deck. I'd probably take the Sandblast. I mean, if we're not going to play green, then we might as well get some white removal. Another Hour of Revelation, huh? Haven of Enduring Hope. I think we'll just take Scrapper number 3 here, because Scrapper is a pretty excellent creature. Okay, here, I think we're probably good on deserts for now. I might just take the Hippo, actually. Because Divine Kinra is underwhelming. Chandra's Defeat is actually a good sideboard card, but I still want to believe that I can make green work. And there's Paramount's not exciting here. I guess we do have a zombie, but I'm going to take the Hippo. Hippo's proven itself to be good. I'm okay with these cycling fatties anyway. Plus, it actually survives Hour of Devastation, which I would say is pretty relevant, so we'll take it. Unraveling Mummy, you say. Alright, we'll take the Firebrand Archer here. Another Granitic Titan, but I think we want this Naga pretty badly. It's good with Ambuscade, and we have 4 deserts, so... Alright, we're back in green, baby. So here we go. Get the Ritualist, but we want this Blur of Blades. We're actually very removal light, so... Despite having Hour of Devastation. But Blur of Blades is a great card anyway, so... Alright, so... Green-red beats. Green obviously is getting cut. We're still going to just supplement with green and focus on the red, which is fine. Geez, that's some late Unraveling Mummies. That's pretty insane. We'll take the Manolith here, I guess. Don't really want to play it. We can pretty easily play 17 lands in a deck like this because we have these cycle fatties plus 4 cycle lands. So if we're getting flooded, we can cycle our lands. We're just going to let all that go. We'll take the Graven Abomination, I guess. Let that go. Probably don't want to play this if possible. Everything else in our deck, all this looks good though. Magmaroth is a little bit questionable in here just because we don't have a ton of non-creature spells, but it's still probably fine. And I guess Mirage Mirror copying it still makes it a 5/5. I mean, I will say Magmaroth is pretty impressive with Ambuscade. Just remove the counter and it's right back into fighting as a 6/5. I like that quite a bit. Not even fighting, better than fighting. Okay, so pack 3, can't expect to see a lot of green, but we'll see what we get here. So we've got Harsh Mentor, a 2-drop. We have Colossipede, a 5-drop, which unfortunately does not survive Hour of Devastation. And then we have Pouncing Cheetah, another 3-drop, Cartouche of Zeal, which gives haste. So Harsh Mentor does not work with Exert, because that's not an activated ability, it's a triggered ability. We could take the Colossipede. We already have 3 fatties. I think we probably can find another. We have 4 fatties, I guess. So let's just take the Mentor, I guess. Not particularly exciting. But it is a rare, and I guess it's a bear. It's okay. A rare and a bear. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, so options now are Greater Sandworm, which does survive Hour of Devastation, but is a 7-drop. Bitterblade Warrior, which is kind of my pick because it beats the most efficiently. Or Naga Vitalist, which ramps, which isn't bad either, and Manticore of the Gauntlet. We might wheel one of these cards we want. We'll just take the Bitterblade Warrior, because like I said, I think we have enough fatties already, so taking cheap beats seems good to me. Because we can curve out pretty nicely now. Cartouche of Strength is a nice pickup for us. It's another removal spell which our deck wants. It's great with our Scrappers. It's good with the Bitterblade Warrior. It's not great with a ton of things. It's good with our fatties as well. It gives Trample, which is relevant for Granitic Titan and the Manticore. So we'll take the Cartouche here. It's good with the Magmaroth too, actually. So Brute Strength versus Desert Ceradon. And there's Glorious End, which we're not interested in. We'll take the Brute Strength. It's a good combat trick. It's very good with the Burning Fist Minotaur, the First Strike Trample combination there. So there's a Cultivator, which we're not really interested in. No red card. Don't really need a Sunscorched Desert. We're good on our desert count, and a colorless land seems unnecessary for here. But seeing as there's nothing else in here we're interested in, maybe a Cultivator, I guess. It's on color. I'm just not interested in anything. Blazing Volley is a great sideboard card, but Inciter probably makes the deck. There's quite a few things we want to give haste to, like any of our Exerters or our Fatties. So it kind of makes sense for our deck. I do like Blazing Volley quite a bit. Sure Shot is certainly playable here. We'll definitely take it. It's good with the Cartouche of Strength as well. Inflatable. Fighting as a 3/4 and then being inflatable with Trample is obviously good. So there's Trial of Solidarity, which we can't really splash, although it would be an excellent card for our deck. So we'll take the Blazing Volley as a sideboard option. Cartouche of Zeal versus Pouncing Cheetah. Maybe we want the Cartouche. I still think we're a 17 land deck because we have the 4 cycle lands. So like I said, if you're getting flooded, you can just cycle it right out and not be bothered by that. We also can just ditch lands to Burning Fist Minotaur as well. So otherwise I'm playing Pouncing Cheetah, which I guess we could play. I don't think we're playing either, to be honest, so maybe it doesn't matter. Manticore, though, I kind of would like to fit in. What's my weakest creature? I might play it over like a Mentor, because I do think you can kill people with it. Petra's Mark is okay too, but we'll take the Manticore. None of these matter. I guess we'll just hate a Cursed Minotaur. I may actually cut the Firebrand Archer instead of the Harsh Mentor. It's got the extra toughness, and Firebrand Archer is not going to deal like a boatload of damage for us, and I kind of like having the Manticore if we... Okay, Shed Weakness. I don't know if we have space for it, but I'll consider it. It's actually kind of good with Magmaroth. Not only does it remove a -1/-1 counter, but it removes an additional one and buffs it. I think we're going to ditch the Archer, though. And then if I did want to play this, I would have to ditch another either non-creature spell or... I may actually... I don't know if I like the Shed Weakness or the Kindled Fury more. They're both pretty good. But I don't want to ditch another creature. That much I'm sure about. So we're probably going to end up ditching either Shed Weakness or Kindled Fury. And I guess I'm leaning towards... I was leaning towards Shed Weakness. We don't have a lot of -1/-1 counter related stuff in our deck. We have the Manticore of the Gauntlet, and we have the Magmaroth, but that's it, which is not much. So it may make more sense to play the Kindled Fury because First Strike, but +2/+2 could be additional damage. I'd probably err towards playing the red spell just because we're primarily red. So I think I'm going to cut the Shed Weakness and keep the Kindled Fury. The First Strike is pretty good. Alright, so let's sort by color here. We've got these 4 deserts to bring in. We're going to play 17 lands. Um, so we do not have much on the green front. We'll probably end up doing like 10-7. So let's bring in these in. We'll play 7 mountains and then 7 or 6 forests and the desert. So 17 lands, 4 cycle lands, some cycle fatties, plenty of fatties. Got board wipes, we have removal. This is a pretty good looking deck. Doesn't look exceptional by any means, but we have some pretty good cards in here. So I think this can definitely get there. We'll run it like this and we'll see you round 1.